All right, we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, let me go back to my channel here and change all this shit out. All right, let's see here. Let me go to YouTube. Switch this out. All right, everybody, sorry about this. We're going to start this back up. I'm going to go through and on my channel here real quick and change this out because the, oh, there it is. Livestream reboot. Sorry about that. Nice. Okay, cool. Looks like it's back up and running. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I grabbed the router and the power on it was still showing that it was going. It was like still lit up, but for some reason the connection crashed. So I apologize about that. So, all right, let's roll up. So what I've done so far is I've cut this road in, and this is the area where I'm camping right now. And this is kind of the area where I just plan to hang out. I just wanted to cut this road in because like they were saying that everything's going to get wrapped up probably in July. In July, I'm going to be in Denver, and so I want to make sure this road's in here. That way, I can bring a bunch of stuff back in when I come back. But I use like the trees and everything, and like the rocks and all that good stuff to. Oh, hey, what's up, Kathy? How you doing? To build like the foundation for it that goes around here. And then what I want to do is I want to walk up over here and show you all the driveway. So we'll just walk up the area where I cut it out. And what's up, baby girl? You can see her right here. This is about where I cut out last time. And if we walk this way, like the sun sets over there. You know, that's the area we were looking towards the west. This is looking back towards the east. Let's see, let's go this way. And then going over here, this is like another area where you can camp right over this area. It's nice, and there's nice shaded area right here where you can back into. So this was an area where I was actually camping at for a little while because you can back in right here, and then you've got shade all day long with these awesome trees, which is real nice. And so let's see, there's old stream. They're holding the old one. Let's see. Let me go back and see what's going on in the old live stream because I think that I went there and looked at it. It said the new one was going. Yeah, it looks like the new one's on there now. Okay. Hopefully those other people can port over to this one. I felt bad about that. But anyway, coming over here, you can see how big the trees are. The trees are really nice around here, and they're nice and healthy. And I've been clearing out the side of the trail where all of the debris has been. If you look over here, you know, I've still got like a little bit of trees and stuff like that, which I have to clear out, but it's just going to take a little bit of time just because there's, so it's just me doing it. So it takes a lot of time to do it. Over here, this is the example of kind of like the rock work that I lay down before I move all of the dirt over. And so I'm leveling this out right here. And I just want it to where it doesn't slope off too much. And if we go over here, this was the section that I was showing in the last video that I had posted up. And so this one's got a little bit more of a, it's a little bit more, you know, done. This one over here, I just started on that one. So it's going to take a little while for me to connect everything. But this one right here is an example of what it's going to look like when it's all set. And it's risen up. I probably got, I would say over here, probably at least about 6 to 8 inches in elevation, you know, heights that I added. And then over here, I took it down probably about 3 or 4 inches. And that way it made it more, you know, more level. Then it's fun coming in here. I mean, I know I could do this with a skid steer. And when I worked for the town of Crested Butte or Mount Crested Butte, we used to run those all the time. And I know how to run those, but I just feel like this gives it more of like a trail look, you know. Doing it with heavy machinery is great because it's fast and it's easy on your body, but it looks like it's done with heavy machinery. And I want this to have more of like a real natural look to it because I'm just going to camp here. I'm not planning on building, like I'll build like a bathhouse and stuff like that and some different stuff to process food, but for hunting. But overall, you know, I'm living in my truck and I'm still planning on jamming around the country and having fun like I always do. And this is going to be more of a property just to camp at that has some amenities, you know, so. All right, let's see here. Let's get to some questions because I've been kind of rambling. Let's go over in this nice little area with these trees and we'll chat. Let's see. Let's go over here. Come on. I don't want to go through there because Sierra's feet will get hit with the cactus. We'll go over here and walk around. And we'll go over to this area where there's some really nice pinyon pines and chat. Let's go over here, girl. All right. So there's some really nice areas with some trees that are really cool around here to make like pockets of, be fun to make like little rooms for like a studio to do video editing. See where you at, girl? I don't know where she's going. Hey, where you at? Sierra? Oh, there you are. Hey, come on. Hey, come on, let's go. All right, so we're going this way. But it'd be cool to make like some little rooms or something like that around in these areas to like, you know, tuck back in there and like a little yoga studio or something like that. Let's see, Sierra, let's go around this way, girl. That one's, sorry, she's getting hung up on the cactus and I don't want her to walk through it, so we're gonna come over here. I did want to show you some really cool cactus that are in bloom right now, and this one's huge. So check this out real quick. This is a real pretty one. So check that out. That'll be awesome when that thing all blooms up. I'll take pictures of it and post it, but it's getting ready to bloom. It's starting to. That sucker's nasty. You don't want to get hit with that, so that'd be gnarly. So, all right, let's see here. Sierra, are you ready to roll? Let's come over here. Come over here, sweetie. Come on. Come on. All right, she's coming. All right, that's good for her. She can walk through there. All right, let's go over here, sweetie. Come on. All right. So somebody was asking about water. There's a community well that's right down the street. Or if I wanted to, I could put a well on here, but the wells are about 25,000 for the elevation here and the depth of the aquifers that you need to reach down to. And so probably shy away from doing a well unless I plan to, you know, stay here for longer periods of time than just coming through to camp. Let's put this down here and we'll just hang out on the ground. And show like some really cool trees in the background. What's up, baby girl? All right, here we go. All right. I know, sweetie. So Sierra's all stoked. She's right here. Okay, so Kevin, you were asking Broken Nomad, are you anticipating washout with heavy rains on those parts? Just down in the washes and the lower parts. Up here, it's all good because this area is all hard pack, and so even if the water comes on, it's going to shut it pretty easy. So I'm not worried about it up in these spots, but down at the wash, yeah. And then one of the corners of the property has a wash that goes through it that's pretty pronounced. So I imagine when the rainy season's going on with the monsoons, it's you know, pretty crazy. I can't really get the lighting right. Let's do this. All right, let's do that. All right, let's see here. Does Sierra get too close to the cactus? So Donnie, you were asking about the cactus, and yeah, she does get close to them. She doesn't get hit with them very much. And I've gone to great lengths to go through all the areas where we're walking, and I'll actually burn the cactus. So I have like this. Come over here, sweetie. Over here. So I have like this little torch thing that I carry with me in the pocket. And when we see cactus, I'll burn them. And then what I'll do is I'll take them after I burn all the needles off, and I'll dig them out of the ground, and then I transport them just down to this little burn area, and then I'll burn them in a little like, you know, campfire. So that way, you know, she's not getting hit with stuff. And we kind of follow the same routes when we're walking around the property. And so it's not like we're going into areas to where she will get hit unless she goes off and just kind of wanders around. But I think she knows. I mean, like I'll watch her, and she walks around, and she doesn't jam to the she doesn't jam to the property like she does when we're up in Colorado and running around up in the mountains. Here, she's much more methodical. She'll like go in the areas, and then when she knows there's no cactus, she'll sprint, but then she stops when we get to an area where there's cactus again. And so I think in that regard, you know, she's being more careful, and she sees the cactus and walks around them and stuff, and is real careful with stuff. So it's all good. Let's see here. Somebody was asking about the firewood. So there's actually enough firewood on the property here. This is just under 20 acres. The land here is just under 20 acres, and there's enough firewood here that for me to be good to go. I won't be here full time though. This is just a camping property, and kind of I have it listed as a recreation property, and so it's not a place that I plan on living, but I do plan on spending a lot of time here, like coming and going, and kind of home basing out of here because I love being close to Flagstaff and Sedona and Jerome, and Prescott. Like all those are cool towns, and it's a different vibe there too because like Denver has a lot of single girls, but the mountain towns don't have a lot of single girls in Colorado. It's a lot of dudes. And out here, it's nice because like Prescott, Flagstaff, and Sedona and Cottonwood all have a healthy population of single women. And so I'm excited about that. And then, just kind of having a place actually to home base out of instead of just being on the go constantly. Because like I was talking with Baron about that the other day, being on the go constantly, even though like you're adhering to state limits and you're going to public land and private land and then you're getting hotels and all that stuff, after a while you just feel like you're always on the go. Like you can never settle down. You're like, well, I'm gonna have to pack up here in a couple of days and roll somewhere else. And after a while, that feeling can kind of get old. And I know it's gotten old for me, especially with all the health issues I went through last year. I mean, man, that was gnarly. And I'm feeling better now, but it's not, it's not, I'm not 100%. And so we'll see how, how things go going forward. But I know that like being here and everything, I'm feeling a lot better. So someone was asking about how much the land. I'm not going to give about financial stuff. It's it's 20 acres in northern Arizona. So if you look around northern Arizona on realtor.com for 20 acres, you can kind of ballpark it. The meeting with the HOA actually isn't coming up in the second week of June, so I'm sticking around till then. I actually met one of my neighbors tonight. He came over here, and his wife is the one that runs the POA website. And I was like, "Hey, if y'all need help with the website, I that's what I used to do, websites in the corporate world and stuff like that. And I do all my own website work. So if you go to my website, offgridbackcountryadventures.com, like that whole website is done by me, and I like doing that stuff. I just think it's kind of fun. So, all right, let's see here." Hey, Alan. So Alan was asking how much of the lift that I have on my truck. And so I've got the old man emu lift on my truck, and that is, it's the 3-inch. Well, mine's 2.5-inch. So it's 2.5-inch on my truck. And then on the back, I had the Dakar heavy duty leaf spring. So it gives it more of a rake because the back's 3 inches and the front's 2.5. So it gives it that sloped look. And it actually kind of almost leveled out when I put that bumper on the back. There's a little bit of weight on there. And so that's what I've got. That old man emu kit. I mean, that thing's bulletproof. So that's nice for the Tacoma. And I like to have that one on the Tacoma. The bermed cabin. Yeah, be cool. Someone was asking about a bermed cabin. And I think that'd be really fun to, whoops. Did this thing go out again? Oh, okay, good. I was thinking, does this thing go out again? I think what it is, I'm not in the best area. Let me stand up, and we're going to go back to the truck because the connection over here isn't the best. So let me go back. Let's go this way, girl. Come on. Come on. Over here, sweetie. Let's see. Feeling better. Yeah, let's see. I'm not waiting on the drifter. Somebody was asking about the drifter topper. I'm going to stick with what I have. Come on, Sarah, let's go over here, girl. I'm going to stick with what I have for now. I think that going forward, I was going to go with the Atlas from AT Overland, but I've just decided now just to kind of hang here. Are you coming? Just to hang here and then go fly fish for the summer and then come back and I'll figure out what I want to do with the topper. I'd love to build a custom one. I've got one that I've been thinking about for a long time. That would be kind of a transformer one that would unfold. But I'm thinking what I will do is once I'm able to get like a garage put on this place, I'd like to buy an old school, like, kind of like a Blazer, like the RC truck that I have, like an old K5 Blazer, and then build my custom idea for a topper in there because it would be incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I've been looking online for all these different types of toppers for what my idea is, and it's just pretty simple as the way it would unpack. And it would just create a ton of room in there. And I could put a wood stove in there and everything like that for winter camping. And so I think I'm going to keep, come on, girl, down here. Like I'm going to keep the Tacoma the same because I really like the way, like it's a small footprint. If you look at this truck, it's not very big. And then with the side awning on there, that makes for a nice area that's covered in the summertime. And that side awning's got 100% UV protection. Come on, Sierra, down here, girl. And so I've got it set up now to where I can get on really tight trails and get up to most spots. And then I think what I'll do is when I get the full size, I'll make that real comfortable, and make it to where it's like really spacious and kind of dialed in. So Sierra, come on down here. Come on, girl. She's not listening these days. Come on, girl. Down. Come on. Come on. Come here. Oh, I know. It's hard not to love this girl. So we were at the Hacienda Hotel in Prescott earlier this week, and she comes bursting through the door like, you know, like gangbusters, paws in the air, running around, having a blast, going around greeting all the staff and everything. So I'm fully aware that she's the star of this show, and that I'm here to make sure she's comfortable and basically just film her and stuff like that. But I know everybody tunes in for Sierra, so it's all good. All right, let's see here. Let's see. So for Wi-Fi, somebody was asking about to install a satellite dish for Wi-Fi, Fight for Freedom, and that's definitely an option. The satellite that I used in Colorado, though, when I was at the off-grid ranch, man, it was spotty. Like the download was okay, the upload was horrible. Like the upload wouldn't work hardly at all. So what I use out here is I've actually got line of sight to a tower, a cell phone tower that's in one of the mountains across the way, and I'm able to use Unlimitedville. Because Unlimitedville, what they do is it's like I use the AT&T service on there, and it's truly unlimited for mobile hotspots for like streaming and stuff like that on my computer. And it's about $200 a month, so it's expensive. But they use one of the SIM cards from Central America on the AT&T network, which work up here on North America, and it's truly unlimited. Like there's no cap or throttle on data. You can game all day long back here and all that stuff. The nice thing about AT&T is that they have a separate line for data. And so like Verizon, the data line and the voice line are one and the same. So when there's a lot of people on voice, sometimes the data can suffer. On AT&T, it doesn't matter how many people are on voice. The data line is completely different. And so there's no it doesn't get congested like the Verizon one does. And so I've noticed back here, like on the ranch, like I'm having download speeds of like 50 megabits per second and upload speeds of like 10, which is pretty good, especially for cellular. And so, you know, to be able to live stream and do all this content, it's no issue. So, all right, let's see. What else have we got here? I want to go through, and I think I've got some other questions from people that are asking stuff. Let's see. Number 9. Dang, those K5 4x4s are hard to find now. Yeah, Johnny DIY, they are big money. That's the problem. I've seen some online that are pretty good, but I mean, even the stuff that hasn't had any work done to it, they want a lot of money for it. So that's going to be one of those luxury items for sure. One of those Sunday drive overland rigs, you know. So let's see here. What have we got? A little choppy, buffering again. Service is great. I pausing for a few. Okay, cool. Somebody, okay, Wingnut, you were asking what sort of tires that I'm running on my truck. And right now what I have is I've got the BF Goodwrench KO2s. So these are the all-terrain KO2s. These are 33-inch tires. Let's see the size on them. It's the LT 285 70 or 17 because I got 17-inch rims. And so I like them. I mean, they're really nice. I air them down all the time. I air them down to about 15 PSI because that gets it to where the wheel brake is about right here. And so when I'm going on trails, I can use this tread along with the tread here, but I can use the sidewall tread a little bit. And I've noticed that 15 PSI, they still perform well. Like I can go down trails like 20, 30 miles an hour and not have a whole lot of worry about them. These are not beadlock wheels. These are actually these are kind of poser wheels because these are fake beadlocks. So this isn't the real deal. These are just kind of just look like beadlocks, but they're not. But even going down to 15 PSI, it's no problem. And then just to let you know, what I do is I've got a compressor here that I can flip on. And then with that compressor, I'm able to, take the air up hose and go around all the tires and air them back up when I get back to pavement. Because you don't want to drive your vehicle, especially like 15 PSI, like on the highway, that's really dangerous. And it messes with your steering to have your tires that low when you're going back and forth, especially on pavement. So, I'd recommend if you're going to air down your tires, at least have you can carry like a air compressor that goes into your cigarette lighter. And those are nice to have because then you can air back up and you're good to go. So, all right, let's see here. I went with Nomad Internet for the same thing. Okay, let's see. That's cool. Broken down. Let me know how that Nomad Internet works out. Should spend a season in Montana. You consider building permanent. Oh yeah, I've heard Montana's awesome. I'd love to go up there and check it out. That'd be great. Let's see here. What is he? Winter access plan. So this is a good question from Nick Rogers. So the winter access here is good. The problem is that if it's wet, the roads are impassable because this area that we're in is not on the county road schedule, and so they don't come and plow this or anything like that. It's up to us to take care of it. And there are a few kind of hills that you have to go over, which are pretty steep in order to get out to the main road. And then once you get out to the main road, it's unpaved for a little bit, and then once you hit pavement, you're good to go. So I think the name of the game is like you hit the area when it's frozen, because during the wintertime here, there was a snow dump out here last winter. It was like 18 inches, which was crazy. So for this area, that's a lot. It doesn't usually get that much, but the snow out here was good, and I camped out here a couple times, and it was chilly. So the winter access, though, I'll be able to get in here year round. It doesn't get snowed in or blocked off in the winter, so I'll be good to go. And I plan to do some winter camping from here, and some other areas a little bit above here too. So there's some really great spots with some lookouts that are just fantastic, and the mountain ranges off in the distance and stuff is just beautiful. So all right, Peter Parker, what's up, buddy? Hope all's going well in Canada, bud. All right, so just to let you know what I'm doing for water when I'm here. I've got a couple different containers down here. If you see, I've got all these 6-gallon containers. So I picked up another lifesaver. For those that are unfamiliar with this, I did a review of this in the wintertime. And what it is it's actually a jerry can that has a built-in water purifier right here. And then it has a pump in the back. And so what you do is you can fill this up with water that's just from the river that's not purified. And then when you pump this up, it pressurizes the water and pushes it through the water filter before it comes out on the little spout here, and it comes out as purified. So you don't have to sit there and spend a bunch of time purifying water. I used to use the Guardian, MSR Guardian hand pump water purifier, and that's a really good water purifier. But the problem is I would sit there for like 30 minutes to do 6 gallons, which that's not bad, but when you're doing it like every 2 or 3 days, it gets kind of old. And I got that Giardia issue. Come to find out that water purifier on the intake hose, after it went through the water purifier thing and was going down to the intake, there was a split in it. So I think that's where I got the Giardia from. So that Giardia just wrecked me. You don't ever want Giardia. I mean, that is the worst. So let's see. Let me come back here. Sorry about this. Adam Kemp, I definitely want to address this. Okay, Sasquatch sightings and UFO sightings. I do have that video about the Sasquatch experience that I had in Colorado a couple years ago. And what I'll do is I'll post that up in the community section for those that are new to the channel. I had an experience where I was up there camping, and I woke up one morning and got on my truck topper, and it was dead silent. There were no birds or nothing. And Sierra was like completely freaking out. Hair on the back of her neck was standing up, and someone or something was throwing these rocks down, these pretty big bowling ball sized rocks down the cliff at us. And I'm like, what the hell's this? I thought it was like teenagers messing with us or something. But the thing that freaked me out about it was Sierra was all really, really upset. So I put her in the truck and I grabbed my 22 long rifle and just headed up the hill. And I didn't think there was going to be like a huge animal up there. And I got up to the top where that defunct section of the Continental Divide Trail was, and a big old animal took off, and it was not a deer and it wasn't a moose and it was not a bear. So, and it was going through area where these trees in there's a lot of pine beetle kill, and all these trees are falling down everywhere. You couldn't run through there if you tried, like even if you were Superman. And this animal was just trucking through there, and I was just like, what the hell? And I went in town after that, and I rented a cabin for 2 months in town, and it was about a month and a half, and I didn't go back in the forest. So as far as alien stuff, just when I'm out, when I've been in Sedona, there's been some crazy stuff I've seen in the sky, and a lot of it there's this one that I saw, and I thought it was a satellite, because you can see the satellites going across, especially in the dark sky area, which is cool because this area is a dark sky area, which I love. So the stars are incredible out here. But it was going across, and all of a sudden it just went like that. And I was like, well, that's not us. So that was pretty interesting. But out here, what I'd love to do is get a night camera, and record stuff and see if I can catch anything. So that'd be cool. So Peter, what's up, dude? Thank you. Oh yeah, I've got to check that. I downloaded my email now when I got back to my computer here. I got a bunch of stuff to get caught up on. So I'll look at that this evening. So let's see here. Fight for freedom. Yeah, I carry the firearm. It's mainly, I can't say that it's really for animals. It's mainly for people. I mean, because People are just crazy these days. The animals are easy to scare off. It's the people that you just kind of got to be scared of sometimes. So it's like when you have a firearm with you, especially if you have it on your hip back here in your solo, it's just kind of like a hey, let's all be cool kind of thing. And plus too, I mean, you never know if a bear is going to roll up on you and be in a real bad mood. You run a real good noisemaker with that. But I still rely on bear spray for any animal stuff because it's the easiest thing to lay down, and you can like blind them, but it doesn't hold. It only lasts for a couple hours. And so I want to show you. I really like this time of night where everything starts to get more. It's kind of like the sun's starting to go down, and it's getting to be real that glowing time of the night. It's just awesome around here. So really happy to be here. I love it here. So anyway, let's sit down here. We'll do a little bit more here, and then I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm really hungry from today's today's work. So let's do some questions, and then I'm gonna log off. So all right, let's go back. Any thought on smoothing your back slopes the road? Might help with that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more work on the road, and also want to put like a wall up on that side, and that way, if there's anything that comes down, it can kind of catch it a little bit. And so I also want to put some gravel on it, because this soil is the type of soil that when it gets wet, it just it's like a slurry. You can't even move in it. You can't even hardly walk in it, really. And so it just gets real messy. And so if I put down gravel, then that will alleviate that. And it's going to take some time. And the cool thing is like I don't have any like goals, like time goals or time frame that I need to do stuff by. So it's all just at my leisure. It's like today I started working on the road a little bit, and then my buddy Chad came over, and we hung out for a little while and just kind of shot the breeze. And then he left, and then my water bottle was in his razor, so he had to come back and drop it back off. And it was just kind of a fun day. We were just kind of goofing around. And then about halfway through the day, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done. I don't feel like working anymore. And but the nice thing is this week it's going to be real nice weather, so I do plan to get a lot more stuff done. And I did film a lot of the stuff today to kind of show what it's taken to build this stuff. And I plan to get more stuff up on the other channel as well. For those that don't know, I did start a channel just for the ranch called Recycle Ranch, and it's probably going to be. I mean, I'm not going to be as active on it as this one, but I will put longer videos of just like building stuff and things like that on there. So, all right, let's see what else have we got here. Let's see here. Oh, so crazy. I cut roll life force right on this place looking great. Thanks. Yeah, I'm having fun out here. Now, okay, Wingnut was asking what type of awning I have. This is the old ARB 2500. That thing is so beat up, and I cannot believe it's still going. I've had this on there for like 4 years, and all the poles and everything on them, they're all bent. And when I pack it up, I actually have to take the poles apart and then just put it all up in the little deal there when I pack it up. But it still works great, and I like the fact that I've actually kind of stretched out the middle there. So if you look on top, it's all concave like that to shed water, because the problem is when you're out with this and you first get it, it's flat all the way across, and if it rains on there and you have it flat, the rain will collapse it because it will just build up on there. So you don't want to have that happen. So if you don't want to do that to the awning, then just make sure you drop one of the poles and you're good to go. So all right, let's see here. Let's see. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. Yeah, no kidding. That's definitely my motto. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's so beat up looking, and I'm like, I don't care. So, all right, yeah, I'm having fun out here. This is a lot of fun doing this, and I also feel a lot of less stress, being off of public land full time, because like it was getting to the point to where people would see my videos and then they come out to where I was, and I don't think anybody's coming out with bad intentions, but it's just I didn't know who these people were. And it was getting to the point I'm like, man, I kind of just need to get a place to myself, and a place where I can really just unwind and not worry about stuff. And that's why I wanted to get this place. And so I've just been real pleased with, walking around the property and finding cool little pockets here and there of like nice rocks and cool trees and like neat areas to hang out. And I just look forward to sharing everything else. So let's see here. What's nomadic weather bear? That's kind of creepy. What's kind of creepy, I wonder. All right, let's see here. You can make moonshine there, Dana. All right, let's see. What else have we got? Oh, but back to my water storage stuff here. So I was talking about water storage. So I've got 15 gallons that I'm sorry. I've got 20 gallons that I've got, which is purified water, and then 6 up there on the top that I can use for like, showering and stuff like that, washing my hands. Because the water up there, even though I put in purified water, I don't really trust the interior of the road shower that I have, because I've had this thing for, well, I've had this thing ever since I hit the road. I've had this thing actually for almost 8 years now, because I'm coming up on 7 years on the road, and I had this before I hit the road. And so I'm thinking the interior of it probably has at least a little bit of rust or something. So I don't really trust drinking out of there, especially after all the health issues I've had. But this stuff is great, and I've got one of the water purifying lifesaver jerry cans there, and then I just carry the other one back there. So 20 gallons plus 6 of gray water. That's pretty good stuff. So Josh, that's cool, man. Yeah, if you want to cruise by tomorrow, dude, I'll be over here just kind of hanging out. So I'm just planning on chilling all day. I may roll back into town on Monday and grab some stuff, but I'll be here all day tomorrow. So if you want to swing by, I'm probably going to get started again around 9 a.m. And if you want to help, man, you're welcome to. All right, let's see. What else have we got? Let's see. So FKA Skull, do I have any other ways to donate? Currently, I don't have any other ways to donate, but I'm working on a members section on my website. And the members section is going to be a lot more in-depth stuff about what's going on. And so it's going to be kind of like Patreon, but I want to try to move everyone away from Patreon and do it on my own website and just build that all there. And I've got a big background in web development, so I know what I'm doing with that stuff. It's just I have to dedicate the time to actually making the member section. So once I get that done, that'll be good. And then it'll be 100% my own content. I can say whatever I want, I don't have to worry about being censored and all that good stuff. And I'm really excited for that because it's okay. I mean, I like doing the YouTube thing and it's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you just kind of feel like you're kind of hamstrung sometimes. And same with the other platforms. I mean, we've all seen what's been going on with censorship, and I just don't really care for that. So eventually one of these days it'd be great to have a way that I could like live stream and stuff like that on like my own servers, but I know I'm probably a ways away from that. So, all right, let's see here. Let me unpin that and see what else have we got. Okay, so Alda was asking, or Ada, I'm sorry, was asking what type of brand this is. So this is Lifesaver. Let's see, is there, oh, there it is. So it's a Lifesaver jerry can, and it's from a company out of Europe. And I think they're out of England. And then you can also get them on Amazon if you want to get them. But I mean, might as well support, the company straight up. And when I got mine, it's sent via DHL delivery. So just a heads up, if you're in a rural area, DHL can sometimes be hard to deliver. So just make sure you're around for the delivery on that. And altogether, I think it was like $250 for this. And I can tell you, these jerry cans themselves are really sturdy, even though they're just plastic. They're really, really sturdy. So I'm impressed with the quality of it. Another thing too is that they have these extensions, these things you can put on here. And it's actually, let me show you here. They go on the end here. So these little attachments that go on the end. And then when you pump this up and you turn it, let's see, I don't even have this pumped up, but let me just do this real quick. So when you pump it up, you can get it to where it's pressurized enough, and you can actually put a little kind of like, I guess it'd be like the same nozzle you have in your kitchen faucet, like the little spray thing. You can put that on there and it works. Like it actually works really well. So when I get to camp, I can flip this around to where it's right there, with my stove, and then I can use it for that. But here's what it looks like when the water comes out. So it's a pretty good flow. And then you got to think, like, if it's purifying water when it's coming out that fast, that's a really fast purification rate. And the type of water purifier they have in there is like the top-notch one that they have, and all the other stuff like MSR uses and everybody else. So those are pretty good. The only thing is, though, is you don't want to have them in the cold, because it doesn't break the purifier. What it does is it messes with the thing that pumps it up, and it makes it to where it won't pump up anymore and it won't hold air. So you can pump it up and get a little bit of pressure in that, but then it deflates itself. And so you don't want it to freeze. So in cold weather, you want to take them out. But for warm weather, I mean, they're great. And especially for Colorado this summer when I'm fly fishing, I can just roll up to any streamer I want and immediately get 10 gallons of water and not have to purify it. And it just purifies when I pump it through. So I like it. It's a good product. It's one I bought. I mean, I don't get paid to say this stuff. I bought both of those because I think they're a good product. So. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Patreon live stream is coming up. I gotta fire that up. Let's fire one of those up tomorrow night. So we'll do a Patreon live stream tomorrow night, and we'll walk around the property a little bit more. I want to show more of like the rock garden, because this rock garden area, it goes on for like like pretty much the rest of the property over there for, and it goes on for a ways. I mean, we could walk down there for quite a ways, and it just goes on. And so it's nice to have these rocks on the property. And I told my friends Chad and Lisa too. I was like, hey, if you want rocks for your place, you're welcome to come over here and grab them, because there's a million rocks over here. So it's nice to add that for building stuff in the future and all those things. So, all right, let's see. Let me see if there's anything else I want to cover up real quick. Well, Sierra has groupies. That's funny. Sierra has groupies. Yeah, I know Sierra is the most popular one out of the two of us here, so we're all good. All right. We're gonna oh, let's see. Any more upgrades on the RC truck? I've not done any more upgrades on it. I do need to install the new drive shaft, because I've got the one that's heavier, and I decided to stick with the shocks that are already on here, but I've got a different type of lubrication for it, which I can do for the shocks, and then a bead lock stuff a lock gel for something. I think it's drive shaft, but that thing's working great. I'm loving it, and it's so much fun to just literally from camp here be able to rock crawl right on these areas right here, because that's what I do in the morning. Like, I'll wake up, I'll bust out a fire right there. That way we got a little bit of warmth, because it's still like around 40 in the morning. Cook breakfast right here, and then I'll start RC rock crawling. Like that's the start to my day, which is pretty mellow. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So anyway, oh, Johnny, yeah, what, you're asking how long the filters last? I think it's like 20,000 liters, which is like 5,000 gallons roughly, I think. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know how many liters are in a gallon, but I did the math on it a while back, and it was like, if I use it every day and go through like a normal, usage of water that I did, would last me about 4 years. So, of like everyday use roughly. So, all right. Tanya, I'm actually planning on doing this. I'm going to put some action figures in this thing. So that way, when they're driving around, I'd like to put like an action figure and then like a dog, so it can be like me and Sierra. So that's coming. I plan to fully dork out on that thing and just make it crazy. Yeah, let's go check out the sunset real quick, because it's just now going down. So I want to show kind of what it's like over here. So what I love about this area, let's see. Still, you can kind of see. Do you see how like you can see like the tops of the trees? Like going out, you can like see at the tops of the trees, like just like the canopy right there. That goes on until that next mountain range over there. So it's like you look out on this and it's just tops of canopies of trees as far as you can see. So I really love it. It's just great. So, all right, let's oh, the RC video is good. Oh, awesome. I'm glad y'all like that. I have fun doing that RC video. I want to do more of them, and I want to do I actually want to do those videos where it'd be like stop videos, to where it would be the RC trucks in there, and it's like a full video, but it's the RC trucks doing it. It just takes a long time to do those videos and a long time to edit. So, but we're gonna log off now. I gotta get some dinner going and get Sierra all ready for evening time, and then we're probably gonna watch a movie tonight and crash out. But for those on Patreon, we'll do a Patreon live stream tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to use Crowdcast or Vimeo for that. We'll figure it out. But I'll have that posted up tomorrow, the link to do that. And then, yeah, everybody else, why don't we do the next live stream from the other channel? We'll do it from Recycle Ranch. So when we do a next live stream for just the normal YouTube crowd here, we'll do it from the other channel, and I'll post it up here so everybody knows where it's at. So, all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the good vibes and all the great comments and everything, and all the well wishes for Sierra. If she knew how much she was loved, she would freak out, because she loves everybody. So if you see us out and about, definitely stop and say hello, and Sierra would love to meet you. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you all are having a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next live stream, and I'll have a new video up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. All right, thanks. Let's see, and yes. All right, Sierra girl.